Okay, we got these wire cages we're going to be putting on now. These will just go right over your plant. But before we do this, we want to lay some drip tape down. Okay, this is the drip tape I'm using, and it comes off the roll flat, but you can see here it's like a tube, and has a seam here on top, and this particular tape has a emitter, one right here. It's a little split. Has the emitter every 12 inches. So that doesn't quite match our plants here, but with this black plastic, the water will run down the plastic and find a plant. So it'll work. So we're just going to lay this right fairly close to the plant, and then set our cages right on top of that to hold it in place. And we just use regular 1/2-inch barbed plumbing fittings to hook the ends up. Generally we just tie a knot in the one end and feed it, put a supply line on the other one end or the other. Okay, I got my cages over my plants. And now I'm putting the water bags on, which is I think it's 20 inches wide but 42 inches long. And how I put these on is I use this 5-gallon bucket with the bottom cut out. If you don't cut the bottom out, it causes a suction and it'll pull the bag off. You know, once you put the bag on, it'll try to suck it back off. So you got to cut the bottom out. So you just put your bucket in your bag. Just set that over the cage and pull your bucket out. Let's see. You end up with that. This is a plant with a cage. Some of these cages are over 10 years old, so they're a little rusty, but they seem to last for quite a while. The newer ones come out like this. They're galvanized wire. So these rusty ones are about 10 years old. So here's what they look like with the bags on. And if you look here, this is actually the bottom of the bag right here at the top of the cage. And that leaves you all this room in here for water, which I got in here. You can see that water in there. So that completely seals up that plant in there. I'm going to take this. I got this water. The water's not turned up. The volume's not pumping out that much water. I got it. I don't have the pump turned on. So, but this is what they look like with the water in. So that plant's nice and sealed in there. No external air can get to it. No wind or rain or bugs. So it's nice and dry, nice and comfy in there. So the reason the water's in there is to keep the plant from freezing at night. It'll hold all that warmth from the daylight sun, or it doesn't even have to be sun, just the daylight temperatures, and it'll hold that heat through the night. So that helps regulate the temperature too, so you don't have so many drastic temperature swings. You know, it keeps it from getting really hot and really cold. So, but if you do think it's getting too warm in there, you need to come in here and cut these open, and that'll leave some of that heat out if you're worried about it getting too warm inside. So that's how those work. Pretty nifty. So we'll continue to go down this row, finish this row, and then plant our other 2 rows, and we'll come back at that. Obviously you can see that we got some snow here. It was 31 degrees last night, plus the wind chill was down in the 20s. So let's check on our tomatoes and see how they did. You gotta kind of just trust that they're okay in there. I don't want to cut a bag open when it's this cold, but I have a pretty high confidence they're okay because I have survived a 10 degree night before. You don't really want to go that cold because the plants definitely did suffer and they were stunted some.